Hi yogis, thanks for showing up. I'm Julie, welcome to my home. The great thing about a home practice is that you can just show up and do it any time of the day and get it done. It helps you maintain your commitment and your consistency. So today we're just gonna grab a little 30-minute flow. Let's step to the top of our mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Stand nice and tall, firming through the legs. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the chest, press the hips lightly forward. Release the arms to the sky, breathe in big. Exhale, forward fold, soften your knees. Heel toe your feet apart. Grab opposite elbows for ragdoll pose. Just gently swaying side to side, beginning to feel into the body and the breath. Let this be a practice of breath. Invite a pause between the phases of the breath. Release your hands, inhale and lift, and pause. And exhale, fold, and pause. Let's reach to the sky, rise up, stretch up, yogis. And bring the hands together as you step your feet together. Inhale and reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, lengthen. Refold. Press and rise, reach all the way up. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs. Let the index point up. Stretch to the right as you bring your hips to the left. Really accentuate, breathe into the side ribs. Come through center, trade sides. Use some traction from the grip to help pull the side waist long. Come back to the center, breathe in, yogis, look up. Exhale, forward fold, lace your fingers behind your back. Release your hands, halfway lift, breathe. Plank pose, step back, feet wide, shift forward and back. Firm through the arms, firm through the core, firm through the top of the legs. Yogis, place your knees down and take cat-cow and breath, look up. And exhale, look in. Just arching and rounding. Connecting with your breath. It's beginning to establish that pause. That space where we're just holding and not trying to fill it up, but just present in the moment. Come into neutral. Reach your right leg back and your left arm forward. Press the floor away, bring the ribs in. Extend longer, find space. 3, 2, 1. Trade sides. The left leg goes back. And the right arm extends forward. Tuck the ribs in, reaffirm. Reach out in both directions. Press the floor away with the left hand. Lift slightly higher. 3 and 2. Tabletop to child's pose. Bring the palms together, elbows bend, thumbs to the back of the neck. Offer yourself to this time. This time where you can put everything on pause and simply come to your mat. Use the tool of breath as a way to hold that space, that intention, to just come into this moment of pause, physically and mindfully. Re-extend the arms, yogis. Come forward into swan pose. Lift the chest. And then draw back. Come forward. And back. Maybe drawing circles with the hips. Moving exclusively with the breath. Clearing out space. Another time or two. Meet in downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Bring your feet wide. Sway your hips side to side. Lift your heels and let your heels travel to the left. Lift your heels. Let them travel to the right. Lift your heels, return to center, and then gently walk forward. Lift halfway, and then fold. Press and rise, yogis. Reach, come all the way up, stretch up. Let's interlace the fingers again. Stretch to the right, hips to the left. Keep the right side of the body long. Come through center, second side. Continue to keep the left side of the body long. So reaching up and out and then arcing to the side. Come through center, reach high, look back, take a back bend. Exhale, yogis, forward fold. Lift halfway. Return to plank pose, feet wide. Shift forward and back. Place the knees down, cat-cow, and breath look up. And exhale, round. Let's add a little more to this cat-cow. So when you round, tuck your toes and lift your hips. And when you exhale, you lower the knees and arch. So just toggling back and forth between your down dog and your cow pose, lifting, finding energy in the core, connection with the breath. Downward facing dog. Again, just some time to pedal and shift before we get into it today. Notice a pause in between the breath. Experience fullness for a moment. And then you let that go. And you experience space. Stretch back, breathe. Step to the top of the mat, yogis, forward fold. Lift halfway. And then fold. Root and rise, come all the way up, stretch to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Plank pose, take your first chaturanga dandasana. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, take whatever adaptations or modifications that you'd like. Raise your right leg to the sky, bend, stretch, roll, open. Draw some circles, so sweep toward the right arm, the left arm, and high. Right arm, left arm. And then we'll reverse it, going clockwise. Reach the right leg high. Runner's lunge, step through, pause. Place your back knee down, circle the arms to the sky. Half split, shift back. Extend out through the right heel. Pad your fingertips, your hands forward. Stay tented on the hands. And invite the forehead to come toward the shin as you guide your right hip back. Lift halfway, slide your hands back. Runners, lunge, pause, find simple twist, left hand down, right arm high. Plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog. Down dog on the exhale. Left leg to the sky. Roll it open. Firm and steady through the arms. Draw circles. Left tricep, right tricep, and up. So going clockwise here on the second side. Just a couple of rotations. And then reverse it. Right, left. Send the leg high. Runner's lunge, pause. Lift the chest. Place your back knee down with toes untucked, reach to the sky. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. As you kick out through that left heel, pad the fingertips forward. Lift halfway, lengthen. And fold. Feel into the breath. Compassion, not force. Lift halfway, return your hands under the shoulders. Runner's lunge. Set up rear twist, right palm down, left arm high. Huge breath, stretch up a little more yogis. Plank pose to chaturanga. So moving through your vinyasas however you need. Less can be more. More can be more. Bring your feet together. Stretch your hips back. Begin to brace through the arms. Use an exhale to step, float, fly to the top. Lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Root and rise, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, yogis. Plank pose to chaturanga. Take your flow. Just generating heat in this 30 minutes that we have together. From your downward facing dog, raise your right leg to the sky. Roll open if you wish to continue that. Runner's lunge, step through, chest high. Slide your left foot back. Lower left knee with toes untucked. Reach to the sky. Grow the side body long. Catch your left wrist. Stretch up and over. Come back to center, reach. Half split return, Ardha Hanumanasana. Continue to walk, left heel forward and the fingertips. Turn your right toes out to the right. Let's add to this. And walk around for that great IT band stretch. This is one where less can be more. Return to center, runner's lunge. Bring hands to heart as you upright the torso. Take a huge breath in, yogis. Now twist to the right. Use that left elbow. You can take your right hand, press the femur bone down. Lift your back heel high. Take your gaze up if it's available. 3 and 2. Rise to crescent, reach up, sink low. Let the heart press forward and upward. All right, take your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Follow the breath in and out of every transition. From your down dog, left leg high. Runner's lunge. Use core to float through and then slide the right foot back. Lower the back knee with toes untucked. Reach to the sky. Grow right side longer. Catch your right wrist. Stretch up and over. Aid in the foundation by pulling your left foot and right knee toward one another energetically. Come back to center, stretch high, look up. Half split. Shift back, walk the fingertips forward, the left heel forward. A soft face. Let go of any struggle. Turn your left toes out to the left. Add those arms, hands walking around if you need that. So we're in this shift, this pause collectively. Embrace it. So often we're wishing for times where we could just slow down and have space. Come back to center. Runner's lunge. And I know most of us would not have envisioned a collective pause in this manner, but it's here. Join hands to heart as you rise up through the torso. Reaffirm back leg. Take a breath in. Twist to the left. Left hand can press down on the femur bone. Once you settle into your twist, yogis, activate right leg. Press the hands together as a catalyst for the twist. Look up, find space. 3, 2, unwind, return to crescent, reach up. Exhale through your flow. Where down dog is the destination. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Soften your knees. Yogi toe lock the big toes with the first 2 fingers of each hand. Lift halfway, lengthen, press your hips back. And then fold, elbows wide, head heavy. Explore straightening the knees if that's all right for you. Keeping the emphasis in the lower back. Let it be soft. Release your hands. Lift halfway. Plank pose. Right knee to the chest. Lower your right knee, turn the shin behind you. Side plank variation, reach high. Elevate the top leg. Bend your knee, reach back to find ankle or foot. Heel can draw in very close to the hip. You probably prefer a top of the foot grip on that. Or flip your grip so the thumb points up. And you start to open up more toward a half bow or a Chapasana variation. Re-extend, yogis. We'll set up for gate pose. Bring your left foot down at the back of the mat. Arc up and over. Cartwheel back to face front, tabletop. Reach your right leg back, left arm forward. Huge breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Re-extend, get long, side body. Exhale, draw in. Re-extend, lengthen. Exhale, draw in, hold. If you can, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Re-extend. And meet in downward facing dog. Raise your left leg to the sky. Roll it open. Nice. Step between the hands. Pause. Rise up to crescent. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten your left knee. Turn your toes in, wide-legged fold. Lift halfway. Walk your hands to the right. Just hold on to the ankle, the outside of the leg. Give a little traction. Come back to the center. Second side. To the left. Come back to center, yogis. Breathe. Walk around to that left foot, back to the front of the mat, plank pose. Throw your left knee to the chest. Lower your left knee, bring your shin behind you. Side plank variation, swim the arm up. Right leg lifts. Feel the space. Bend the knee, find ankle or foot again. Top of the foot grip. You can pull the heel close to your hip. Really just emphasizing that nice quadricep stretch. Or flip your grip to the inside, thumb facing up. Start to kick a little higher toward a Chapasan variation, half bow. Variation 3. Keep the pause between the cycles of the breath. 2. Re-extend. Sitting up for gate pose, right foot to the back of the mat. Arc up and over. Beautiful side body stretch. Tabletop position. Left leg back, right arm forward. That's it. Breathe, reaffirm through core. Exhale, elbow to knee. Squeeze and reach. Connect, exhale. Last time, extend. And hold in, sandwiching right elbow to the outside of the left knee. 3 and 2. Re-extend. Tabletop to downward facing. Raise your right leg to the sky. Roll it open. So a little change this time. We did Prasarita on side 1. We'll work temple pose on side 2. So step between the hands. I'll turn to face you, heels in. Toes out. Hands can rest to the tops of the thighs. Just a nice standing hip opener. Let the thighs roll back, sink low, shift side, side. And then settle in the center, option to send the arms up. Soften the face, sink a little lower. 3, 2, come down more. All right. Right hand to right ankle, left hand to left ankle. Use the elbows to the inner portion of your knee to continue to press away. Flatten the spine. 3 and 2. All right, hands down, straighten your knees, heels out, toes in, the wide-legged fold. Lift halfway, turn your right toes to the top of the mat, and we'll set up for triangle pose. So grab blocks if you use that. Utthita Trikonasana. Okay, press and rise. We'll simply pivot to the back for that second side. Little different entry point. So it can be good to approach the poses from different ways. Check in. Are you holding that space? Press and rise, bring your hands to your waist, turn your toes in, and we'll meet at the top of the mat as we begin Tadasana Mountain Pose. Inhale and reach to the sky, yogis. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Heel, toe your feet together, and let's take Malasana. I'm going to utilize a block in Malasana. Hands to heart. Once again, the elbows find the inner knees. Let your hips drop low, but affirm that connection between the arms and the knees. Let that facilitate the spine growing long. 3 and 2. All right, yogis, let's just make way onto our backs. Take your time. We have one back bend. One back bend. So bridge or wheel, maybe it's supported. You might opt out of the back bend today. That's all right too. So if you want to opt out, maybe not have such an aggressive back bend, for lack of a better word, feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. But if you're in, bridge or wheel, take a breath, find your setup. And here we go, come on up. So it's not an all or nothing. Take several breaths to feel into the space of your body, into this space that this pose is revealing for you today. It might be different than the last time. Enjoy 2 more breaths here, yogis. Slowly come down, take your time. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, right and then left. Hug the knees in, not too tight of a squeeze, just helping to neutralize the back bend. Send your right leg straight up and your left leg straight out to hover. Draw the stomach in. If it feels a bit too heavy, bend your left knee and place it flat. Shoulders firmly down. Length of the spine firmly down. Hug both knees in, keep it simple. We'll trade sides. Left leg up, think L shape. Right leg out. Feel the energy drawing down, that grounded feeling. Draw the knees in. Let your knees come down to the left for the twist. reach the arms. Beautiful efforts today in this 30-minute practice. Celebrate the fact that you found the time in your day to pause. Come through center, hips shift over. Knees to the right. Routines are changing. Even though we're probably home a lot more right now, it can seem a bit more hectic. So these shorter practices are perfect to be able to stay committed and connected to your practice. Let's come up to the center. Extend out. We'll take a final brief Shavasana. Soften into this space that you've created. Feel the breath slow down. It becomes barely a whisper. Yet, you still have the pause at the top of the breath. The pause at the bottom of the breath. Take 5 more breaths here. Reach the arms over the head. Give a nice full stretch, allowing the spine to arch. One at a time, draw the knees into the chest. Take a happy baby pose. Draw the knees together, roll to either side, and we'll make our way up to seated position to end. The eyes lower closed, the breath steady and soft. Join the hands together over your heart, a sign of respect and gratitude toward yourself. Thank you for showing up to cultivate this connection, this practice. To celebrate time to slow down, just to pause in the midst of very busy time. Take a deep breath in, yogis, all the way. Exhale and let it go. Thank you so much for showing up, and until we meet again, namaste.